Alright guys, DJ the GuildMaster back with some more Team Yankee with Samurai Greg. We got Dave and Jeremy also in the house today. We're doing one of our local groups up in Pittsburgh. They're doing Escalation League and we're part of it. So it's basically 50 points for your formations and then 10 points for formation support. You can't mix or match. You can't go above 10, you can't go above 50. So I am. My first game is going to be with the Samurai. He's going to be playing the Soviets. I'm playing my Americans. So we'll just go into the lists, and then the game we're playing today on this board over here is Gauntlet. So we're playing a little bit of Eastern Europe, church middle of nowhere, stuff like that. So I'm running one formation of mechanized infantry. So I'm running 3 platoons of mechanized infantry 1-3s. Adding in the extra dragons. So there's 3 bases of infantry, 3 dragons, 1 set of mortars. Also in that group is, besides HQ, 2 hammerheads with TOW 2s. I had the point left over. And then kind of the backbone is 3 Abram IPs. Just give me some extra punch. And then as far as formation support, 1 Humvee attack platoon with Mark 19 minigun, 250 cals. And then kind of like the hidden gem that I've been using a lot lately, I have a full set of Lav ADs. They're really, really good. I've been having really good success with them lately. I'm not sure what they're going to do against the Soviet T-64 horde I'm about to play against. But yeah, that's my force at 60 points. We'll see how it goes. Let's go on to the Samurai's force here. And... okay, Sam, I'm going to zoom in.
Right.
Go ahead and, from, I guess, right to left, what do you have?
I'm running T-64 company.
All right.
It's going to be 9 T-64s.
Okay.
4 BMPs.
There it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna get more thumbs up for that.
Right.
There's some merchandise coming, guys. Don't worry.
Right.
So you have a 4 BMP-1s
Right.
motor rifle company.
Right, with 4 infantry stands, 3 RPGs.
Okay.
For support, it's going to be a BIMP 1OP, which I didn't put on the board.
Okay. He's invisible. He's got
he's
camouflage.
invisible. 3 Hurricanes, and then 4 Gaskins.
Okay. And that comes up to about 60 points?
60 points.
All right. So I kind of like these smaller games, honestly, guys, because it feels like you have way more room on the table to maneuver. You know what I mean? As much as that sounds kind of weird. But this is what our forces are. Go over the map. We haven't set it up yet, but basically crossroads in Russia. Church in the middle. 4 little mud hut buildings. Some water, trees, crop fields, stuff like this. Standard. Kind of open. All right, we'll set up the table and we'll be back.
Though,
What's that?
If I may.
Sure.
It's not somewhere in Russia, because I don't think the Americans would get that far against the Soviet horde, but...
Oh, your lack of patriotism is lacking. I think
my patriotism for the Soviets is fine.
Oh, there's this thing called tactical nukes, young man. I think we'd do better against Soviets than people realize. But all right.
You wouldn't be the first ones to shoot them. The Soviets would.
I don't know. The Soviets talk big game.
We do.
Now, we have a week. Never mind. I'm going to get into it. All right, guys. We'll be back.
DJ's like...
So this is Gauntlet. What's that?
2-hour game.
2-hour games. So that's our time limit. 2 hours, Samurai.
Right.
So I have my forces deployed.
How much stuff?
I had to put my Lav ADs, the attack platoon, and 2 platoons of infantry in reserve. 20 points. On the board, I have my HQ, set of mortars right here. Infantry's inside the transports. On the other side, my 2 hammerheads and my Abrams. Samurai, what'd you put in reserve?
I have 4 of my T-64s.
Yeah.
My 5 BMP company.
Okay.
and my observation. I'm sorry, my 4-man bibs and my observation.
Okay. And then on the board you have your commander, it looks like.
Yeah, the commander, 4 T-64s, 4 gaskets, which aren't going to do me any good, and some hurricanes.
So we're playing meeting engagement, so you can't fire. You count as being moved.
Right.
You do get immediate reserves. Your
Right.
reserves come from this side here. I have delayed scatter, which I have the dice for, which come from this side or this side. The objectives are placed here. They don't go live till turn 6, though. So that's whenever this goes. Attacker gets first turn.
Right.
You pick daylight for attack.
Right.
Oh, surprise!
Surprise!
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Surprise, surprise,
Uh,
I'm attacking.
Right. All right, we're gonna go on to Soviet turn 1. We will be right back.
Alright.
All right, so that was the end of Soviet turn 1. I like these smaller points; they go fairly fast and more maneuverable. Kind of walk us through what you've done there, Samurai.
The T-64s went up 16 inches, shot at your guys in the back, bailed out one.
Okay.
The gaskets aren't going to do any good. I don't even know what to do with them, to be honest. So they just shut up to try to get in the cover behind the building.
Yeah.
And my hurricanes cannot shoot the first turn.
All right. Wait. So you moved 16 inches?
Yeah.
You can't shoot then.
Okay.
So this guy's not bailed
That
out.
guy's not bailed out.
Did you blitz maybe?
No, I moved 16.
Okay, yeah, then you won't be able to shoot,
All right.
brother. Now, what's our tactical? They might be like 14.
Tactical was 14, yeah.
You guys are gonna try
Okay,
to
so
blitz.
if you move the 2 inches, you'll be able to shoot. It's all right. We'll be back after American turn 1.
Yeah, bail your guy back in.
All right, so that was the end of turn 1. Also turn 1 Americans. Over here, these guys moved around to hide from the T-64s coming. Greg also, being Samurai, he forgot to roll for reserve, so he had one come in. We put him in there. My HQ blitzed and passed his cross check to get around, so he could spot as not counting as moving. Our range didn't first go with my arty or my mortars, and since they only have a save, I could actually hurt them, and I blew 2 of them up.
Nice.
And then Abrams, I rolled 3 1s for their trying to go through the woods. So we said F that. We just drove around.
4+.
Did nothing. Now my two hammerheads from across downtown knocked out the lead T-64 over here,
Right.
and then actually just bailed out a Gaskin right there.
Poor gasket.
So we're going on a Soviet turn 2. This time you roll 2 dice for your reserves, Samurai, and then we'll see what comes in.
If anything, yep, they come in.
Another one comes in. So, all right, you just pick whatever you want to, and it goes along your table edge.
Right.
We'll be back with Soviet turn 2.
This is
So that was the end of Soviet turn 1. Your Hurricane didn't run.
nope.
He tried self-spotting over here. He missed.
Right.
You did have your BMP ones come on. Greg's dying.
And they moved.
They ran over here.
Mhm.
These guys pushed up. They knocked out one of the mortars.
Right.
And then your one guy here in the front was able to see my commander
And I popped him.
and hit him on a 6 and then blew him up. And then because of brutal, my guy dies. So my commander has bit the dust. Going on to American turn 2. I need to get out of the Soviet net over here.
Right.
We'll be back. Let's see what I can do.
All right.
So, all right, some cool stuff happened, some bad stuff happened. Abrams kind of moved up, the ones in the tree line here, fired from downtown, knocked out the commander, and then he took over another tank.
Right.
The thing that kind of sucked was Hammerheads fired, bailed out a Gaskin again, missed these guys here, and then so I cross country dashed here. I could just barely fit through the next to the crop field. I was trying to take my last 2 mortars and drop smoke right here to help like shield them for a whole turn. I felt the range in, Steve to 4. Abrams here, he didn't fire, he didn't move. Tried ranging in, didn't. And then as insult to injury, I was like, well, I'll try to shoot and scoot then. Try to like kind of hide around here. And they failed to shoot and scoot. as is life, though. We're going on to Soviet turn 3.
Right.
You still have one unit in reserve. Yes, you can roll for him. He should be coming in pretty
Yeah.
much. And then we'll see what happens. We will return.
Sure.
So that was the end of Soviet turn 3.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of walk us through what happened, Samurai. Your last unit came on, which is your OP,
Right.
which he used as a machine gun, but
Right.
now he's there so he can help spot for your last hurricane.
Right.
We're gonna spot.
What'd you end up, so you
right
did some
there
maneuvering
with the
here.
scoundrels.
Yeah, I had these T-64s just come up into here.
Okay.
They can't see to shoot anything.
Yeah, these two fired, kind of missed.
Yeah.
These two fired, missed.
Missed.
These ones kind of didn't have a shot.
yet.
These guys moved around.
Nothing.
Gaskin fell to balance. They stayed there. Hurricane stayed. He tried ranging in on this and missed.
Right.
That's really it.
Yeah, it was a very boring, uneventful turn.
So I get to roll for reserves finally.
Finally.
The two.
So American turn 3. Let's see what happens.
Alright.
All
So
four.
American stuff happened. I did have one unit come on with reserve, my labs. I mismanaged their range, but they did come in. Fortunately, they came in on this side. I was kind of hoping to come over here, maybe shred some BMP ones, but they didn't. My mortars repositioned over here.
You got
Over here, my
12.
infantry jumped out, failed to dig in. My dragon stayed in the 113s.
And you got
Fired, missed
Five.
the Gaskin,
five
and
or-
these two
yeah, five.
fired,
BMP.
hit him, but he stopped both of them cold. I know it's a long shot, a dragon against a T-64, but I was hoping maybe to bail it. Although these guys tried coming out of the woods, he failed. He fired and he fired. He fired at this T-64, knocked him out, and then the other one fired and knocked out the OP. My hammerheads repositioned to get better shots down this hallway here for any T-64s coming in. And the labs just kind of moved on. They're going to be moving down the field. That's everything for American turn 3.
He does.
Going on to Soviet turn 4.
Mm-hmm.
One T-64 company has to take morale, but he's right next to the leader, so he's probably going to be good.
Right.
Going on to Soviet turn 4.
Okay.
Alright.
So that was the end of what, Soviet turn 4?
Yep.
Walk us through what you did, Samurai.
BMP ones just moved up.
Okay.
These two T-64s shot and got that guy.
Well, first they just bailed him out, and then
Yeah, they bailed him out. Then the BIMP got him.
yeah, then your BMPs finished him off.
Sorry, my BMP.
Yep, there it is.
These two 64s down here shot. Got your
You blew up a 113
113 down there.
with a guy in the back. Your
Gaskins. Or I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say your one T-64 Maze leadership, but your Hurricane did not.
Did not. They ran away.
We're actually.
Which was a shame because I really wanted to light up your lab. I was hoping to
Yeah.
just for a fun thing.
And then your
Gaskins were like
remounted and moved.
Yeah.
So, I got
So
one
we're on
from
the Soviet. That was the end of Soviet turn 4.
Four.
Going on to American turn 4. Let's see what we can do. I gotta roll for reserves. But we'll see what comes in. We'll be back. And your FO?
Yeah.
That's 3.
Okay. I got 3 too.
You got 2 so far.
I got your commander.
Yeah.
I got those guys in the back. That's 2.
No, they drove off.
Same thing.
No, it's not.
Yes, if they get scared and try, it's a.
Transports can go to the rear and then come back.
Oh please.
I'm trying to teach the samurai tactics. Like, because well, all people don't use this rule, but you can send your attached transports to the rear, and then you can bring them back.
They ran away.
Nope, they tactically redeployed.
Which the interesting thing is, there's in Team Yankee almost no reason like you do that with these transports because these ones are
No.
good.
I do with the 113s if I feel like there's nothing. Like right now, they can't hurt anything on this board.
Yeah,
So like I might as well send them to the rear, so it's not a unit for him to blow up.
yeah.
Which I'm wondering, I'll have to look up in the rules because if they don't come back by the end of the game, I wonder if they count as being destroyed.
I think they do, but I won't swear to it.
We'll find out actually. That's a good point. So, end of American turn 1. I had another unit come on. My 113s, a group of 113s. Now it doesn't look like it because we're kind of Poe. Plus we have the crossroads dead center of the board. The road goes clear of the edge. As you can see, it kind of hangs off this edge. But I really road dashed up to here. My Lav ADs terrain dashed up. Abrams finally got out of the woods, moved up. Didn't really do much shooting wise, although my hammerheads were up to repositioning last turn. Got a nice shot on the Legue T-64, which is a commander. Blew him up. I tell you what, toe twos make a difference.
Oh yeah, you've always said that.
Because if not, like he'd be bouncing it probably, and he failed to bounce. Oh, my last 113 for my mortars ran away. Over here, these guys really, I couldn't dig in because I had to jump these guys out. So they jumped out with the unit. The last two transports drove away so they don't get killed. I have 2 units left in reserve, which is another infantry platoon and my attack Humvees. And that's it. We're going on a Soviet turn 5. We shall return. Alright, so that was Soviet turn 5. So what did you do, Samurai? I know you hid your Gaskins behind the forest over there.
Yeah, they're just gonna eventually die anyhow. I'm just gonna make you work for it.
Okay.
The BIMPs moved up.
Okay.
My T-64s moved in from them, so I couldn't. I don't have any missile shots.
Okay. You did fire. I did bounce a round or two off of them. You missed guys here, the one that could fire.
Right.
We almost forgot the range of a Soviet stuff is 32 as opposed to 40. So we're going on to American turn 5. I need to really start to stop this assault so I can end this. Alright, we will be back. Alright, so that was the end of American turn 1. I have 1 unit come in. While they're 113s, which came on this side. Everything comes on this side. So they moved up. These other guys that was there, just ahead of them, rolled in behind the church, their infantry. These guys were able to dig in. Abrams pushed up, bailed out this T-64 by himself, fired through these wreckage, had that BMP missed. The Hammerheads this game have knocked out like 6 tanks almost. They knocked out 2 more right here. Lavs just rolled up. I'm not going to catch them Gaskins. I'm not catching them. It's going on to Soviet turn 6. It's still not going to be over though. So we will be right back. Okay, so that was the end of American turn 6. I let the Samurai know that he was just out of 8 inches. So he had enough range movement. He could have moved within 8. So we moved him up. So now he's within 8 inches of the objective, so the game does not end. So I had to try to get rid of these two tanks. I knocked out this one, missed this one completely. Rest of my reserves came on this side, of course. So the Humvees rolled up here. Lavs moved down. These guys stayed in place, fired their dragons, knocking one out. These guys moved down. Failed to get this Abrams back in. These 2 Abrams were the ones that knocked him out. And then a long bomb from this guy knocked out this back BMP. And then this one was bailed out from a law shot from this base. So we're going on a Soviet turn 7. He has to get rid of 4 tanks and push the infantry off. Or get rid of 3 tanks and push the infantry off in order to capture your objective. I just need to get rid of what's left of this little group. Although Soviets are close to morale right now.
Yeah.
So he only has 3 units left in good spirits. And it's dwindling. Going on to Soviet turn 7. We had some shenanigans.
Right.
Soviets knocked out an Abrams, killed infantry base. They assaulted. My 1 dragon was actually at range, bailed out. Deuter, because they had an 8-inch range minimum, he was outside of. He didn't crunch anyone, and I hit back with my counterattack, and he it drove backwards.
Right.
So I just have to try to
Those 5 guys would go in.
blow all the rest of the stuff up. We're going on to end of turn 7. Alright, we'll be back.
Yeah, sure.
Don't worry, Greg.
Oh,
I'll
we-
avenge you.
Yeah, we didn't even record that right. Shit. It wasn't even recording.
Oh no! Oh no!
I don't know what they heard me say about me giving you that draw there. Alright, guys. Turns out it's a direct shot draw. He has one tank still around within 8 inches. One's bailed out, but I believe he's being active, still counts. And I'm controlling the objective. Yeah, that's it. Other than that, it's 3-2. Yeah. If you guys like what we're doing, let us know. But this is the Guildmaster with
Samurai Greg.
Samurai Greg. We got Dave and Jeremy. Me and Jeremy's about ready to get a game in.
Oh, yeah.
We'll play his checks. We haven't played in a while, so we'll see how it goes.
I'm going to avenge the samurai.
Oh,
Yeah.
he needs
The
he,
Warsaw Pact to win.
he needs a vengeance.
Oh. Yeah.
Everyone at home, we're getting ready to put some merchandise up for sale, and we're going to have a BMP shirt for you guys. So, all right, until next time, we'll see yous.